Karianne had an interesting question about how do you become a Boxercise master trainer. But the process is not really that straightforward. It's not that difficult either. First things first, we need people who are boxing coaches and they have a boxing coach background. Not just competing. Competing is great, but we like them to be coaches. 5 years minimum experience, and that's a minimum experience. We also prefer international or professional level competitive experience. That's always a good bonus as well, or the equivalent in martial arts. So that covers the boxing background. Why do we need that level of experience? Someone might make a little mistake and we need them to be able to understand straight away what they're doing. And you wonder, why don't we train people in that? Well, you'll see why in a minute. The training itself takes 2 years. Then we look for people who have a strong educational background. Now that strong educational background is degree level or equivalent in sports science or equivalent. So an Army or an RAF PTI, we would consider that equivalent because it's a lengthy period of study. One of the reasons, again, we get asked these questions, for example, when does OBLA occur? How do I know it occurs? What has happened to my breathing, cardiac output? What is stroke volume? We have to be able to answer those sorts of questions. Then we also look for people who have 3 years minimum experience in health clubs because they need to be able to answer questions around our industry as well. So these are the 3 things we would look for. Then what we do is we then take these people and we train them for 2 years, usually. It takes 2 years. The least amount of time anyone's taken to get through the training is about 10 months, and that was working very intensively. But normally 2 years is about the right amount of time. We have to make sure someone's really, really, really good before they go out and they are teaching our courses. So, and then of course, from there is a further step from that where they actually mentor another master trainer coming through the training program. So they finish their training, then after 2 years of being qualified, they can then train somebody else coming through. So the whole training process is about 5 years in total. And that's assuming that they have all of those other attributes before they come. Although this makes it sound as though all we're doing is training our master trainers, etc. And that's all I do. We've got such a good group of people. We're actually learning from each other constantly. And we're all constantly learning all the time, just the same as you guys are. It's not a... When you become... This is the thing that people discover. They think when they become a master trainer, they think, oh, wow, it's like the beginning of the end. It's not. It's the end of the beginning. It really is. It's actually the end of the beginning. So it's an ongoing process. I hope that answers the question. It really is a case, though, of waiting for a dead person's shoes, because we do have sufficient, and more than sufficient at the moment. And some of our master trainers, Alan's been with us for 25 years. Warren has been with us 20, Rich has been with us 10, the other Rich has been with us 12 years. So these guys and ladies, they stay with us. Fran has been with us for 13 years. So they're with us for a very, very long time. And we treat them appropriately with, they really are important to us. Hope that answers the question. And yeah, that's what it takes to get that.